I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I essentially just inherited a movie collection. And it's not just these smaller boxes here, these 6 boxes. There are another 6 stacked up right here. And those bottom 3 are gigantic. Like, they have to be double layered. But I haven't gone through these yet, so I have no idea what's in these boxes. I figured the best way to find out would be to share that experience with you guys. So that's what we're starting today, because there's 12 boxes to go through. Obviously, we're not going to go through them all in one video, but we're going to figure out what in the world it is that I just inherited. Hello everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So today is it's a special day, and I am super excited to start getting into this video because let me tell the story here, I guess. So about a month ago, my wife ended up getting a text message from an old doctor that she worked for, Dr. B. And it turns out that her husband actually passed away back in 2018, and he was a big movie collector. Well, she heard through the grapevine that I was also a movie collector, and so she finally, had it in her to go through his movies and get rid of them. And so she figured instead of just donating them, she would reach out and see if it was anything I would be interested in, which, of course, I'm interested in it. Why wouldn't I be? The gentleman also happened to be a huge horror movie fan, and so a bunch of these movies over these, which I showed you guys in the very intro, the 12 boxes I have here, a bunch of them are horror movies, which is just fantastic. I am so excited about this. And so I basically just inherited a movie collection, which is a little ridiculous. She ended up bringing them all over in a few trips, and oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see what's here. Like, some of the boxes are open, and so I'm able to see some of the things, and I already found some just amazing things that, frankly, I'd been looking for in the past. And so, yes, I am thrilled to finally start going through these and just seeing what's here, because there's so many things. I need to see what I get to add to my physical media collection. So that's what we're going to start today. Now, obviously, this will be a multi-part series just because, I'm not going to go through 12 boxes in one video. That would be a little bit absurd. Instead, I think I'll probably do like a video or a box of video, or maybe I'll go for a set amount of time. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of winging this right now as I'm recording. So we'll see what works and what doesn't this time around and then go from there. But I want to make note, you might notice the camera is a little bit further away than normal. And I'm using a different microphone. You can see I have a lav mic here. So I know the audio quality is not as high quality as it normally is. It's not as good as it normally is, which frankly, I know I don't have the best audio quality to begin with, but I know that this is a step down. So I appreciate your patience. I can't have my typical mic in front of me because I have a box of movies in front of me, and so it would just be more difficult. So instead, I'm using my lav mic. I hope it is not terrible, but again, that's something I'll find out after I'm done recording this one. But yeah, I have a big box in front of me, so let's just get into this, guys. Let's see what I was fortunate enough to inherit. And that's what I want to say first, like a huge thank you to Dr. B. If you do end up watching this video, this is just, you made my year. Like, this is fantastic. I am so thrilled that you thought of me and thought that I would appreciate this. So thank you to both you and your late husband for this incredible collection that I get to add to my already large physical media collection. So yeah, let's do this, guys. This is going to be a real free form video, kind of stream of consciousness through some of this, but that's the way it's going to go. So if you guys are excited about checking out this video series, please give this video a like down below. That really does help me out. But with that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right into part 1, or I guess box 1 of my inherited movie collection. So I gotta be honest with you guys, I initially planned on doing like a 2-camera setup for this, but as I was starting this, I went through, the first thing I'll go through here, I went through this already, and it wasn't working. So I am gonna stick with the 1 camera. I hope it's entertaining enough, engaging enough. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, let's start with this bag. Like I said, I did already go through this one, but there's going to be some piles that I'm going to make as I go through this because a lot of these are going to be movies I already own on one format or another, so obviously I don't need those. So those will be either donated or sold. There will be some, basically there's going to be like a donate pile, which are ones that I just don't think Disc Replay will take. There's going to be a sell pile to Disc Replay, and then there will be a pile of ones that I will obviously keep. I'll probably also make a pile of ones that I want to keep, like, you know, in boxes versus in binders, because some of these are going to have to go in binders. That's just the way of the world. So I will, you know, probably make a separate pile for binders and a separate pile for ones that I'm going to keep in their boxes. So that was a lot of talk there, but let's just do this, you guys. So the first bag here is actually like DVDs inside cardboard slips. So we're going to go through those first. The first one here is just a random one in a Ziploc bag. So that's interesting. But this is Angel of Fury and Breathing Fire. I'm guessing it's a double feature. I don't know anything about it. I've never heard of it. Probably not great if I'm just guessing, but I don't know. So that one's going to be a donate because I don't have the case for it. So I don't want something without the case. And then we have a movie called Virus. So a lot of these that I'm going to talk about here are full screen presentation. So because of that, I'm going to end up donating them because I'm not going to be able to sell something like this to Disc Replay. So I will donate them. Next up here is The House Next Door. And this one looks like just like a 90s thriller of some sort. And I'm actually going to keep this one because it is widescreen presentation. And so I'm going to hold on to this one, and it is going to go into a binder just because I don't have the actual case for it. And then the last one that I'm going to keep out of this short pile here is Phobic, which just sounds interesting. He sees the brutal slaying of his sister. He becomes an agoraphobic. So he's afraid to go outside. So yeah, this one looks interesting. Billy Parrish, Anthony Azizi, What Are You Afraid Of? And it is widescreen, so I'm interested in keeping that one. So that is basically the only two I'm going to keep. So now let's go through these ones really quickly. These are all full screen, and so I'm not going to hold on to them. We have Hush Little Baby with Diane Ladd. There is Wrong Number. Unfortunately, I wish this one was widescreen, but it is not, so I don't want to hold on to that one. Prince of Bel-Air. Death Ride of Osaka, which I've never heard of some of these at all. Near Death. And then finally, Ancient Warriors. So yeah, again, I don't think I've heard of a single one of these, but it is what it is. Frankly, I might look at some of these and see, like, Wrong Number. I might check and see if maybe that one is like a made-for-TV movie that was in initially full screen. But if not, it will just go into the donate pile. So yeah, the first set here, there are going to be some kind of weird ones like this, but I wanted to get through these ones first just because they are different. So those are going into the donate pile. So now, with those out of the way, let's jump into some of the standard, like, boxed DVDs. I'm just going to start right at the top here. And the first one is not a horror movie. We have Enemy at the Gates. And this one is the widescreen presentation of this with Rachel. Bob Hoskins is in this, Ed Harris, Rachel Weisz. Excellent. So I do have my collection app because I honestly don't remember if I already have this one in my collection. So I need to take a look. And I do not. So I will absolutely be keeping this one. And I guess I should open these up. And it is in there because there are maybe, I don't know, a very small percentage of these will not have the disc in it. She realized after the fact that there were some that didn't come with the disc. She ended up leaving them in a separate pile. I could get them in the future if I want them, but yeah. So next we have Alien Covenant. This one actually has the old family video stickers on it, which you can see right here, the old family video stickers, which are fantastic. So he very well could have bought this from my old store, but I didn't ever keep the store number stickers on mine, and so this one doesn't have it, so I don't know what store it came from. But this one I do own, so that one I will put in the sell pile. Then we have Machete. This is, what's his name here? Danny Trejo, Michelle Rodriguez, Robert De Niro, Jessica Alba, like an amazing cast. Another family video, old family video one here. But yeah, this one, if I don't have, I will definitely be keeping it. And I didn't realize like how often I'm probably going to have to go into my movie app. So I'll probably end up cutting a lot of this out. But I do not have Machete, so this will absolutely be kept because that is a fun movie. I think I might have like the sequel that I found at Dollar Tree, but I'm not positive. This is a really cool one. This is with Lance Henriksen. We have Sasquatch. I will 100% be keeping this one as long as the disc is there, and it is. So yeah, this looks just awesome. Based on actual accounts is what it says on the back too. So you have to love that. Lance Henriksen in a Sasquatch film. Yeah, absolutely keeping that one. This one is messed up, at least the slip cover is. Let me see. This one looks real water damaged. This is 7 Guardians of the Tomb. It looks like it could be an Asylum film, but it's not. But this one is real janky, so this one I'll probably just end up tossing because this one is real messed up. It looks like water damage somehow, so I'm going to just end up throwing that one away. The last of the top of the pile here, we have The Bourne Identity. And this is a series that I actually need to watch. I do own all of these on the Blu-ray Steelbooks. I thought they were behind me, but they're a little bit further off screen. But yeah, so I do own these, so this will be a sell pile item. All right, so now take a look here. You can see it all there. Everything from the top is gone. So now let's dive in. I'll start with the sides here, I guess. This one is another one that looks water damaged, unfortunately. I didn't notice that any of these had water damage on them previously. But frankly, this one looks interesting enough that I might end up putting it in with my binders. This is called Sea Change, and it does have an old Family Video sticker on it. But yeah, so this is directed by Chris Grismer. I've never heard of this one before, from 2017. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to put this one in my binder pile because it's a old horror movie, so that's always fun. I actually just found this next one the other day at Disc Replay on Blu-ray from Scream Factory, Drag Me to Hell, the Sam Raimi horror film. Yeah, so this is one, like I said when I posted my haul video for this, I didn't love this the first time I watched it, but I don't think I was expecting the right movie. And so I'm really excited to give this one another shot. But because I do own it, it will go into the sell pile. Here's one that is pretty intriguing, more Family Video stickers. There's a bunch of these that have just a ton of stickers that I'm probably not going to end up spending the time and taking them all off unless they're like really good ones. But anyway, this is called Dogman. And what's fascinating about this is that it has Hanklin Purvis, which you might recognize him there. This is the guy from According to Jim. I think it's like the brother-in-law from the main character. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna hold on to this one just because I think that's an interesting cast. So, Dogman. Interesting one there. Let's keep going here. We have a movie called Remember with Christopher Plummer and Martin Landau. That's an amazing cast. The ultimate revenge movie, a crackling suspense thriller. You know what? This is another one I am going to hold on to because I'd not heard of this before, but that cast, Martin Landau, like how could I not? So I'm definitely holding on to that one. And then we have Zoolander 2. A bunch of these are from Family Video. It's crazy. I guarantee I know this guy. And I don't know if I mentioned this or not. So I found out that the gentleman whose collection this was shopped at the Family Video that I was the manager of for a few years. And so I'm sure I probably know him. His name rung a bell for me, but I've been trying to get my wife to get a picture of him from the doctor to see if I can, recognize him or anything, but she hasn't done it yet. So I haven't seen his face, but I'm really curious if I know who this was because he shopped there all the time. I probably, would recognize him. But anyway, Zoolander 2, I actually do need this one because I have the original Zoolander, but I don't have number 2. This is one that I would eventually upgrade to Blu-ray just because I have the first one on Blu-ray. But, oh, yes, this is fantastic. So I have seen a couple of these as I've gone through here, just in the open boxes. But we have an Asylum film. This is Independence Day. This was the mockbuster for the sequel to Independence Day. This is from the Asylum, as you can tell there. So let's see, this is an epic sci-fi thriller in the tradition of War of the Worlds and ID4, so Independence Day with Will Smith. This is awesome. I am super excited about this one. So absolutely keeping this. Just make sure, yep, it's in there. That's fantastic. And I'm actually surprised at how good the vast majority of these discs are. The shape that they're in is really great. So very happy to have another Asylum film in the collection. If you guys missed my 13 Days of Halloween, I reviewed a bunch of, 13 different Asylum horror films. So check that one out. But okay, Dying Breed. So this is part of the After Dark Horror Fest 3. This is Dark Breed. Now, there are some of these that I already own, like multi-packs of. Let me see if this happens to be one of them. I'm going to put this down for a second so I can type, but I was always a big fan of the After Dark series. And so I was, big on collecting them throughout the years, but this one I actually don't have. So I will definitely be keeping Dying Breed. And you can see here, like, it still has a sticker on it. So this is one that some of these I've been peeling off as I saw them. Oh, this one came off with no problem at all. So that's good. Yeah, I'll just stick that there. But yes, Dying Breed, part of the After Dark Horror Fest 3. I hope I have all of them in here. I think there's typically like 8 films from each of these. And so hopefully I'll have more of them as we go. But then we have Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I do own that one on Blu-ray. Actually, no, I own this one on 4K and Blu-ray now, so that'll be a sell. We have Devil in the Dark. Some of these are just so dusty because they haven't... Oh my gosh, what do we have? Oh no, okay. I thought I saw something else. We'll get to it. Anyway, Devil in the Dark. So I don't know anything about this one. When two estranged siblings go on a family bonding hunting trip, a dark and evil entity from their past stalks them through the countryside. That sounds kind of interesting. From Tim J. Brown. It's only 81 minutes. This is a short one from 2016 or 2017. This very much looks like a Dollar Tree movie. So, I don't know. This is going to go in like my maybe pile, and we'll see if I end up keeping that one or not. I'm not real sure. Ooh, Stakeland 2. I am a gigantic fan of the original Stakeland, but I've actually never seen the sequel to Stakeland, so I definitely need to do that. Is this one also directed by... No, it's a different director. This is directed by Dan Barrick and Robert Olson. The original is by... I'm going to forget his name. Mick Garrick, I believe. But this one I need for the collection. I am like 99% sure. Let me just double check and see real quick. Yes, I do need this one for the collection. Let me just see the director on the first one. Jim Mickle. Jim Mickle is the director from the first one, so I've really butchered that. But yeah, Stakeland 2, very excited to add that one to the collection. Yes, more Asylum. This is an Asylum classic. Nazis at the Center of the Earth. So this is, it says, an epic horror classic in the tradition of Army of Darkness and Dawn of the Dead. So the only negative with this one, besides it being just, oh, that's a spider. That's gross. It was a dead spider. I don't like spiders. Anyway, the only problem with this is that it does have a fake cover on it, which we had to do sometimes if we lost the original cover art. So yeah, but either way, definitely keeping that one in the collection. Oh, this movie is amazing, and I don't own it. So yes, this is an awesome ad. This is Green Room with Anton Yelkin, Imogen Poots, and Patrick Stewart. This is a bloody, brutal, just mess of a film, but it is so, so good. I love this film. It's fantastic. And so definitely excited to add this one to the collection. And yeah, so Jeremy Saulner's The Green Room. Very happy to add that one. Great movie. If you've not seen it, definitely check it out. Oh, we have Fortress 2. I actually found this at the Salvation Army not too long ago. So that one I can end up selling. And then we have... This is great. Australians, I guess is how you'd say that. My goodness, some of these are so dusty. It says, they're not here for the tourism. Okay, this is absolutely staying in my collection. This is actually from Midnight Releasing. So you can see it on the side there. So yeah, I will absolutely be keeping this one. It just sounds too ridiculous to get rid of, so I have to keep that. Next up is another really good horror film that I love, but I do own this one already. This is Cabin Fever. This one is just super bloody and gory, and it's just nuts. I didn't love this one when I first saw it in theaters, but I have seen it since, and it is great. I don't know what was wrong with me when I first saw it. So these are heavy, and they're all full screen. I do own these already on Blu-ray, but these are the Lord of the Rings trilogy. So these ones I will end up selling. I'm just curious, like, why are these so heavy? Man, you can see there's actually a bunch of stuff in here. So these ones he must have ended up buying new, it looks like, which would make sense. It's Lord of the Rings. Why not? But yeah, so 3 more for the sell pile. All right, let's jump over here. We have 13 Ghosts. Dust flying literally everywhere. 13 Ghosts I do own on Blu-ray, so I will end up selling this one. All right, so this next one here is The Lady in the Car with Glasses and a Gun. And that title alone, yep, I'm holding on to it because that sounds really interesting. And it has a terrific 60s to 70s soundtrack, which I love. So this should be really cool. Very intrigued to check this one out. Honestly, another one that I'd never heard of before. So cool ad for the collection. And we have Mississippi Grind with Ryan Reynolds and Ben Mendelsohn. They are both superb according to the back here. The Sienna Miller starring a gripping and soulful gambling tale. So I'm going to put this one in the maybe pile. It does have a good cast, but I don't know anything about it, and it's not horror, so I'm putting it in the maybe pile for now. Oh, yes. Good. So you know what? I actually don't have this one. This is Cabin Fever, the remake, and this one is directed by Travis Z. So I honestly, when I watched this one not too long ago, I didn't like it. I didn't love it, I should say. I didn't hate it by any stretch. I think the acting is pretty good in it, but it just felt so needless, I guess, because it is a shot-for-shot remake of the original, but I'm definitely keeping this one in the collection because, as you can see, it is Shout Factory. So happy to add that one to the collection, even though I don't love the movie per se. All right, what do we have next here? We have Illuminating Angels and Demons, the unauthorized documentary revealing of the Illuminati. interesting. One that I don't necessarily need, so I will probably just donate this one. Yeah, an interesting one there. It's just super dusty. At least I can take the stickers off of this. Some of these are just so old. Like when I tried to take the stickers off, with like maybe 2 or 3 that I've seen in the open piles, I tried to take the stickers off and they just stuck on there. Like they'd get sticky afterwards. But anyway, this one came off, which is cool. So I'll probably end up donating Angels and Demons, or illuminating Angels and Demons. So I'll put that in the donate pile. The next one here is Girl Fight with Michelle Rodriguez. This is one that I'm actually really excited about because I've always wanted to see this one. I've heard it's pretty good. And when is this from? I don't even know. But take a look at these stickers here. I bet this is going to be one where, given its age, I bet these stickers are not going to come off. Yeah. So that's why you just got to keep them on if that's the case, because, you know, I could go through and like goog on it, but who has the time to do that with this many movies? So yeah, anyway, Girl Fight, I will be keeping that one for the collection for sure. All right, so now we have a 4 movie pack. This is Blood Hunt. So we have Demon Under Glass from 2002, How to Slay a Vampire from 95, Blood Slaves of the Vampire Wolf from 95, and Sorority House Vampires from Hell from 1998. Like, if these are if these are widescreen, I will hold on to them. But I can't tell. It doesn't really say anything on the back in terms of what they are. I'm going to guess they're probably full screen, but I'll probably hold on to this one in the meantime just because. We have maybe 15 or 20 more in this stack. This is The Big Short. This is another one I picked up from Big Lots not too long ago, but it's supposed to be a great movie. I will end up selling that one. Here's another one I picked up from Disc Replay not long ago. This is Swimming Pool. This is actually a remake of a French film that was recently released on the Criterion Collection. I want to say it's like La Piscine or something like that. I'm probably butchering that. And then we have empty box here. Actually, you know what? There is the Threshold of Terror with Bluebeard and House on Haunted Hill. I will probably end up just tossing this one because it's all messed up. Here we have Underworld, but not the Underworld you would think. This is with Denis Leary. So it says, in the tradition of The Usual Suspects, Pulp Fiction, and Reservoir Dogs. So that's fascinating. Denis Leary plays a guy just out of prison. And another one that doesn't say if it's in widescreen or full screen. Yeah, this is going to go into the maybe pile. You can actually see this is still unopened and it has a Kmart sticker on it, which is just great. So this is going to go in the maybe pile. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. Then we have Sea Beast. I love these. These like stupid monster, giant monster films. Take a look at the back there. That amazing CGI looks fantastic. This is one that I will be holding on to. You know what though? Actually, I might have that one in the collection already, which is kind of ridiculous, but let me just check. I do have that one in the collection already, so that will now go into the sell pile. And then we have Poison Ivy, The New Seduction. This is one that I was actually looking at recently at Disc Replay because I was trying to get like all of them. I think this is actually I can't remember if it's the second or third one, but they didn't have the first one, and so I didn't end up picking it up. But I will hold on to this, and if I don't find the first one, then I'll probably end up selling it. But for now, it's going in the keep pile. Next up is Unfaithful with Richard Gere. This is one from the director of Fatal Attraction, comes a seductive tease of a thriller. So Adrian Lin directed this one. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. This is the one, I thought this was Trolls 2, and I got so excited, but it's not. It's Troy 2? I don't know. Pandora's Box? I'm not sure what this is, but Michael J. White is in this, which is interesting. You know what? Because it's something I wouldn't typically watch, I'm going to hold on to it for now, and if I can find the original one, if it's in this stack of movies here, I'll hold on to it. If I can't, then I'll end up just selling it. But yeah, I don't even know how to say this. Troy 2? Troy? I don't know. Pandora's Box. And then we have The Guitar with Saffron Burrows. I don't know anything about this one either, but looks interesting by the cover, at least. Powerful, wonderful, undeniably and unforgettably real. I loved it, said Keith Price from Sirius Radio. Directed by Amy Redford. I don't know. You know what? I'm putting it in the keep pile. Looks interesting enough. This is a cool one. So this is Notorious. So a movie about Notorious B.I.G. This is in widescreen. Fortunately, it is the rental exclusive. Is this a family video rental exclusive? I didn't even know they did that. That must have been before my time. But yeah, definitely holding on to Notorious. I have to get into the habit of checking and making sure that these movies are actually in there. This is The Quiet. This is another one, super dirty, but another one that I've considered picking up from Disc Replay recently. I want to say, So I was thinking this was vampire, but now I'm remembering I don't think it is. I think the main character is mute, and I think that's where the quiet comes in. But Alicia Cuthbert, Camilla Bell, Eddie Falco, Martin Donovan. I don't know those two names, but the girls I do recognize. So this one will definitely be a keep for me. Excited to add that one to the collection. Then we have Skin Deep. In a world of love, sex, race, betrayal, not all suspects are created equal. So another one that's just not typically something I would gravitate towards, but I don't know. We'll put this one in the maybe pile since it's not a sequel. I think the other one looked a little bit more interesting. Oh, we have a Steven Seagal film, Out for a Kill. I believe I have this one, which I guess I should just check as I go through here to make it easier on myself at the end of this. I don't. I do not have this one, so I will hold on to my new Steven Seagal movie because why wouldn't I? Oh, this is awesome. See, these are the kind of gems I'm really looking for. So what is this? Oh, previously viewed Hollywood Video movie here, but Mosquito Man. Oh my goodness, look at this. The old receipt is in here. Like, when did he buy this? So this is from a Hollywood Video that's real close to my house here. And this is from 2005, December 11th, 2005. He paid $5.99 for it. So that is interesting. But yep, the movie is in there. I'm wondering if this one is in good shape like the Family Video ones are. And it is. It's in great shape. So very excited for that one. I'll probably end up swapping out this case to get rid of these stickers. But a really cool ad. Really cool find for the collection. And then American Drive-In. All handsome city boy Jack wants is to take beautiful country girl Bobby Ann on a nice quiet date to the drive-in movies. But it looks like things are going to go wrong. So yeah, this looks interesting. But this is another one that's in full frame. And just the transfer on the back, I don't know if you can make it out, but the transfer looks terrible. So I will probably end up just donating that one as well because it looks pretty silly. And then we have Boa versus Python, another Hollywood Video previously viewed one here. I typically like these silly movies, so I'm going to hold on to this one. Yep. Oh, another one with the receipt on the inside, so that's cool. I'm going to keep those in there just because it's interesting for nostalgia reasons, so I'll hold on to that one. And then we have The Gray Zone. While the world was fighting, a secret battle was about to erupt. Looks like a war movie based on real-life events and featuring a first-rate ensemble cast. Oh, Auschwitz. Okay. Yeah. A World War II Nazi film. I'm going to put that in the maybe pile. I'm not real sure about that one. Amityville Horror. This is full screen. I do own this one on Blu-ray, so I will sell that one. That's the remake of Amityville. And then we have Midnight Kiss with Michelle Owens and Gregory A. Greer. I don't know anything about this, but it is full screen, so I will end up selling that one. We have Behind the Veil, Amira Moore. I have the slightest idea who this is. This will go in the donate pile. We have Unhinged, The Nightmare Begins When You Wake Up. Okay, this looks interesting. What is this? It almost looks like a Beelzebub picture, but it's not. If you know who that is, you know, power to you. Yeah, so this is weird. Graphic violence and full nudity caused the English Parliament to ban Unhinged in 1985. Oh, is this a video nasty? Maybe it goes by another name that I'm more familiar with. I am definitely keeping this one. I'm going to check out more about that one. That is an interesting find. Then we have Crocodile Hunter with Steve Irwin here. This one I actually did pick up recently at either the thrift store or Disc Replay, so that'll be it doesn't have the back, so I'm just going to donate that one. The Unbearable Lightness of Being with Daniel Day-Lewis, Juliette Binoche, and Lena Olin. This looks interesting. Daniel Day-Lewis is just one of the best actors ever, but I don't know if this is really for me. It is in widescreen. I'll put this in the maybe pile for now. Ooh, this is cool. Stephen King's Rose Red. I will definitely be keeping this one. Can I get the sticker off? Yes, I can, fortunately. Good, and it didn't leave a residue, which is great. So yeah, this is an awesome ad for the collection. 2 discs, and they're both in there, as you can see. So absolutely holding on to Rose Red. We have a Monsters, Inc. sing-along, read-along. I'll probably just donate that one. I don't think my daughter will be too into that. So we'll donate it. So 2 more in here. In Chinatown, You Run for Your Life. I guess the movie's called Massacre, though. Yeah, Massacre, as it says on the side there. This is based on the true story of the 1982 Seattle Massacre, in which one cop takes on the Chinese mafia and tries to clean up the gangs in Seattle once and for all. Oh, it's full frame. This might be originally in full frame, though. I'm going to look into this one. That is too interesting. I have to take a look at it at least. So Last but not least for box number 1, and I'm going to have to stop after one box because the dust is just killing me. But this is Lethal Target. It's $20.69. I am already sold. And something is very wrong on the space station. That's enough. Sexy security officer Nikki Savage has uncovered a terrifying alien plot to destroy the human race with a deadly virus. Absolutely keeping this one. I don't care if it's full screen. I need this in my life. So, yes. This case is all messed up, but that's okay. I'll swap it with something better. But anyway, Lethal Target is the last one that is going in the keep pile. And you can see everything else. This is empty. I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to pull over now my keep pile so I can share with you guys one more time everything that I'm keeping, at least in one shot here. So there is everything I am going to keep from box number 1. So it's a good stack of things here. I estimate maybe 20 to 30 items, I would say. So I think that's really pretty good. Yeah, and this is, you know, kind of one of the average size boxes. There are some that are a little bit smaller than this, some that are much bigger than this. But that is everything, guys, for box number 1. And hopefully this is okay. Like I said, I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I don't really know exactly how I want this all to go down, but I do know that I have to do something about the dust because it's just killing my throat. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of this format. Like in the future, do you want me to only talk about the things I'm keeping, which of course I would have to go through them beforehand? Or is this okay? Do you like seeing what I'm getting rid of, what I'm keeping? I don't know. Give me some thoughts down below. And also, let me know if there's anything that I'm getting rid of that you think, man, you would like that movie. Hold on to it. Then I can, you know, because these won't go anywhere for quite a while at this point. But yeah, give me any and all thoughts down in those comments below, guys. I really do appreciate that. And I have a whole bunch of movies now to add to my collection app, so I know what I have. But yeah, this was fascinating. And just another huge thank you to Dr. B. Really appreciate this. This is amazing. Anyway, guys, that is today's video. That is box 1. So if you did enjoy this one, please give it a like down below. That really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies. I talk all things media, be it books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys. So that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. And I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.